let's move on to the bantamweight bantamweight fight between Renan Barão and Eddie Wineland. And I'm going to tell you what, we said it before this fight. Renan Barão is fucking he's just fucking incredible, man.
I'm gonna use a word that you use quite often. He's nasty.
He's nasty as shit. I mean, he really is. I mean, he can do it every way. He's got a good motor. He fucking knocked Eddie Wineland out with TKO'd him with a spinning back kick followed by punches. And, you know, like George said, if you're Dominic Cruz and you're coming off almost a 2-year layoff because this is not the fucking guy that you want to come back to fight. I mean,
no.
And that's why I think that he should be the champion. Renan Barão should be the champion right now because Dominic Cruz is going to, he's obviously, I mean, if he tries to fight, maybe Dana White will say, okay, they fight immediately. And I just do not see Dominic Cruz. If Dominic Cruz beats Renan Barão, he is a bad motherfucker. To be off that long and to come in and beat this guy, because he's just going through everybody.
When you and I talk football, I would always bring up something that there's a difference between two things: practice speed and game speed. And let me tell you right now, the last thing Dominic Cruz wants to do is go from practice speed to Renan Barão speed. Like, you don't want to walk back into the ring and have that be the first thing. Look no further than RG3. RG3 needed a game or two to get tuned up, to figure out if his knee was working or not. You don't want to do your first regular 2-season games to figure that shit out because it puts your team in a hole. It's no different than what Dominic Cruz does not want to do this, in my opinion. Maybe he will because he'll get a fat paycheck and he's contractually obligated, but if he does, like you said, if he steps in there and fights Renan Barão and beats Renan Barão off a 2-year layoff, Dominic Cruz is the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
And you know what? And it could go this way if they fight. I mean, Dominic Cruz could fight him, and it could be a really good fight, and Dominic Cruz could end up being on the short end of the stick, and people would justifiably say he's been off 2 years, let him have a rematch. That could happen as well. But I just think right now, that's why I think Renan Barão should have the belt, and I think Dominic Cruz, when he came out of being, you know, this injury, he should have been the first person to get the shot, obviously, at him. Now,
or let him get a tune-up fight and then get a title fight. Because again, even I just
it's even better. Yeah,
I would hate to fight Renan Barão, period, but I'd hate to fight him off a 2-year layoff because let's face it, and I know these guys practice hard because they're constantly getting dinged and banged up, but Renan Barão is just, he's nasty. He's really, I think he's gonna beat Dominic Cruz, and I don't see anyone beating Barão for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he's just not, I don't even think he's getting tested.